Okay, here's my quick guide to docking and Super Cruise, and I'll make some profit while I'm doing it. The first thing that I'll say, these are just my views on it, but it might make things easier for people. So first I suggest making sure that your primary controller, as in your joystick or your main control on your pad, controls roll and pitch. Right, I've got mine on the slight yaw thing. If I go gently I can yaw there. Right, and then the secondary controller, whichever, I don't know if you can use a hat or anything, or your Xbox pad, does all your lateral thrusting. That makes life a lot easier. The next thing is space stations. People struggling to find out, sorry about my stuttering there, trying to find out how to find the entrance to the station. The simple solution is the station entrance rotates anti-clockwise. So as you can see here, the entrance is right in front of me. On some of the stations you'll see advertisements, that's a dead giveaway. So let's just head towards the station. I'll make it a little bit quicker. Now fronted over, I don't know if it was their idea or someone from the DDF, but whoever's idea it was is genius, is they've got a alternative control system to when you lower your landing gear, which for me, I've removed the yaw from the joystick and put it onto the keyboard, and that's all I changed. It just helps me dock easier. You should have a look at it. You can change all the flight controls. I think it's called landing procedures or something on the control system. In fact, it's, while we're going there, it's there, flight landing override, and you can change all this sort of stuff here. Right, back into the game. Right, so first, lining up. Now this is the slow way to do it, but one thing about this game is there's no need to rush. So, get myself facing the station. I can see that I'm slightly above it, so lower myself down. Lateral thrusters, very handy. As you see here, I can slightly yaw. If I go to lower my landing gear, wait for that to go, now I will only roll. Even on the slightest touches. It makes it easier to rotate with the station. Right. Line up again. Right. From this distance, as long as you take your time, it's easy to correct your mistakes. So, first thing, go to contacts and request docking.
Request granted.
And then fly in. Now as I'm rotating with the station, I can see I've got a bit of movement there. But that should be fine. Head over to the green side. And now I'm this close, I'm going to go in a bit slower. Normally I would go in faster, but I'm just going to go a bit slower. A bit of yaw on my keyboard. Straighten up. Someone coming out, is he coming out? Oh, he's coming out my way, so I'll go in this way. Right, landing pad 12 I'm going to. So here again, take your time. That didn't sound good for someone. Line up the number 12 with the centre of the cockpit. Take your time, slow. And slowly lower your ship down with the lateral thrusters. See, I'm still moving forward slightly. Lower gently, a little bit of side thrust here. Just gentle touches. Stop the ship. Gently, and there, safe landing. Okay, well, while I'm doing this I might as well make some profit, so we just sell some stuff and buy some stuff.
cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Now what I always do, you don't have to do this, but I always set my navigation before I leave. That way I don't have to do it afterwards, I guess. Right. Always request launch before you go. Release from the station, thrust up gently, turn gently. Remember, I've got no yaw here unless I actually use the keyboard. And take your time going out as well as coming in. No point in rushing it, you're likely to die. Take your time. Safely out. Now, for those wondering where the lock, trying to search everywhere for where you're going, the little compass to the top right of your radar is very handy. It shows me that my destination is behind me a bit, so now that blob gets bigger, center it, there we go, straight there. That is a very handy tool. And the other handy thing I find about having that, turning my yaw off, is I know it's off and I can't use the yaw. So again, another handy little thing. Right, now into Super Cruise. Not Super Cruise, sorry, hyperspace and Super Cruise. Just a quick tip on that I've got, which I think helps with easy landings. Well, not landings, not overshooting your target. That's what I'm trying to say. So you've got to wait till you're clear of obstacles. That should do it. Hit the hyperspace key.
Drive charging.
Make sure when you hit the hyperspace key you're facing your target and you're at full throttle, regardless of where your engine is. I think you probably have to be at least on two pistol engines, that is. Now this is no look at all the pretties video, it's just showing you what I do. So as soon as I get here, pull away from the sun a bit and set the target to the space station. You can always tell the space station because it looks like a space station. Now I know it's behind me because of my compass. I'm not going to accelerate just yet. I don't want to be in the range of the sun. There we go. And then I accelerate full. But I like to go off the lane a bit. I don't know if this helps interdictions or whatever they're called, but I seem to get less of them if I come at a funny angle. Now what I'm doing here is I'm watching the distance, either at the bottom left readout or actually on the screen, and I'm waiting for it to get to 100 light seconds. Once it gets to 100 light seconds, I'm going to lower down the speed into what is the blue sweet spot, but there's a little extra that I've seen. I don't know, it's probably been there all the time, I haven't seen anyone talk about it yet, so I'm going to. So slowly turning in, coming down to about the range I want. Once it gets to about 100, you might need to adjust this if you come up from further out. So it's about 100, I'll go into the bottom. Now the little white bit there, the little readout, so it turns all blue and fills in. Now I don't have to touch the throttle again, it will automatically slow down all the way to the target. There's only one more adjustment I do when I get there, but obviously you're following the orange reticle. But I don't have to touch that now. If you actually notice, it's very slow, so it's hard to notice, but that marker will actually lower itself now. It's fully automated. It might do that normally, but I'm figuring this is the way to do it, and it works for me, so why not? So I'm coming from directly above the planet, which means that I'm not going to get mass locked by the planet heading toward the station, which is nice. Obviously you can avoid that. That was George. He makes noises. So now what I'm waiting for is, once we start hitting the kilometers per second. Now you can go faster if you want, but this is a safe way to do it, and you're never going to overshoot this way. Once you get used to it, then you'll start, because I do actually usually knock it up a bit, and the speed that is, and you know, but this is just for this to make it easy for people. Remember, there is no rush. I always get a bit of slow down here. I guess it's because of the ring system, but right, so now it's in kilometers. I'm now going to wait for it to get below 1,000. You could probably go around 5. I'd say go when it's down to about 600 kilometers. Then what you want to do is you want to just put your speed down to 0, like I will demonstrate in about 20 odd seconds. If you notice, look, my speed's slowing. I haven't touched the throttle once since slowing down first time. I say about 600 around here, down to nothing. Once you're below 200, hit your Super Cruise key. And now we're going to hang for a little bit, I'm sure. The planet came out of nowhere, but that's just the beta. Here we go. Oh, will it crash? No. Right. Again, because I'm locked onto the station, it's easy to find it. There it is. And I'm behind the station. Am I? No. There we are. I can see the adverts. So. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I'll just dock this ship and that'll be the video. But that's a simple guide to docking and Super Cruise. It looks like the space station is twitching a bit, which can be bad. Get lateral thrusters.
Request granted.
And remember, you do want to go in there slowly because your landing bay could be right by the door and you'll overshoot it, and then you've got a nightmare turning around in the station. Don't like this, twitching the touch, but 19 over there. Right. Slowly, slowly, catch your monkey, that's what they say. We'll get some glitching here, so hopefully I land without blowing up. Oh. Well, even though I was a bit of a crash, it was a bit laggy, not my fault. But anyway, I hope that helps people. If it doesn't, then, you know, just don't watch the video. Cheers for watching, and I'll probably do some more other ones like this at some point. Bye.